Hey Alex, so first video, but here we can set some expectations of kind of how it goes. Every game that I watch and analyze for you, we'll have one of these cards to start the video about what we'll be focusing on. So this game against PC, top five team in the country, great game for you. Another 28, 30 minutes, which is incredible. You played well the whole time. I think it was a great game for you. Some areas we can focus. The things we're going to focus on in this video is drifting out of the play. So you have some tendencies to make a play and drift out of the play, and kind of fade out to the back to the weak side of the ice, or regroups to kind of get too wide and cut off some of your options. Ozone face-off positioning, you'll see in the video. I think you're a little high on a lot of your ozone face-offs. I think if you can get a little bit lower, you'll have a lot more scoring opportunities and a lot more chances to make plays to create those opportunities. Then three is settling your feet, and this is mostly in the ozone. Is to put yourself in good position. It's a good defensive position, good offensive position. It kind of goes hand in hand with drifting out of the play. This is more keeping your feet in the right position to keep yourself in the right area to be able to play offense and defense. All right, Alex. Today we're gonna look at first clip. It's about checking, getting your head up, seeing what you have. So puck comes low to high here, and you have tons of space. You got your guys nice and low, your partner's guys nice and low, and your partner's open. But with how much space you have here, even though there's no one on the net for you, I think your first step should always be to the middle. Try and take as much ice to the middle as you can, because it creates options for you. It usually opens shooting lanes. And here, with all the time and space you have, I think you get to the middle and even walk down a little bit to take a shot. So initially, you immediately look right D to D, which if your guy's on you, I'd say that's probably a good quick option, especially when his guy's not on him. And he could even go back to you here. But I really would like to see you get those steps, and you can come down and take a shot in good ice. The second clip, we're just talking about putting your teammates in good positions. So here, you get to the middle, great support in the middle for your winger to hit you or your D partner to hit you. You can take ice right away. I love that you move your feet. Like I talked about earlier, you have great feet, great speed, great explosiveness. But here, you make a backhand pass to a backhand, which is completely fine. But you just have to be aware that is a little bit more difficult pass. And with this D-man gapped up, not great, but well enough where it's hard to make a play past him. I would like to see you move that puck a little earlier here, so maybe just one, and then move it right now, so he has a little bit more space to make a play and handle the puck before his defender. Or take one more step so the defender has to respect you and stay inside, and then you can bump it out wide. Or even just a soft chip right down here, and your winger can skate onto it. But here, kind of a tough situation. His D gaps up really well at the red line. You give him a backhand pass to his backhand, which is a little bit tougher. And it just turns the other way. All right, Alex, here's one of the themes I touched on earlier. It's about the drifting. So you always have a lot of speed, which is great, but you have to settle your feet sometimes instead of drifting out here. So here you see your player's first on the puck after a turnover. He's a righty coming up the wall. So righties on that wall, they have the vision to the middle, their forehands to the middle of the ice, which is great. And here, I think you can creep down right in here with him coming up the wall. Your winger's super low, which gives you tons of time and space in the slot right here. All that space. So I think if you come in, settle your feet right here, maybe tops of the circles, I think him coming up the wall, he's looking, maybe he hits this player, and you can be here, and then he'll hit you, or at least you can creep down for a rebound, or he just hits you directly if you're right here. But I think it's important to see that this is the lane right here. If he's on his righty, you can't rim it all the way around on his backhand. So there's not much that's going to happen on this side of the ice. So I think if you creep in here, settle your feet, just stop right around here. Like the midpoint of the ice is where you want to be most of the time, because it gives you options to gap up this way, gap up this way if the puck turns over. But like I said, just stay right around here so you're an option to pass. Your player ends up looking to the area, probably should be hitting this guy since you weren't there. But still, I think it's a good option for you to get more chances at the net. Okay, so I have a couple of face-offs in here too. This one is not you shooting the puck, but this is more about your gap. So here, the puck comes up. They win the face-off. And you've been flat-footed this whole time. So it's been, I mean, maybe 2 seconds. But still, a lot of these face-offs, you're faded out when you're on your strong side. You're faded out past the half line a little bit. And your feet are facing this way. So really, you're only skating this way based on how you're set up. I'd like to see you more midline, maybe even inside the midline where you can fade out if you guys win and get the puck over. Or here, so if you guys do lose and it does bounce this way, which we're going to see in this clip, so that you can gap up on this guy, because this is your winger right here. He'd be the one that's pressuring you, and you're the one that's going to be containing him. So if we play this clip forward, instead of being here with your feet facing this way, where you can either back up this way or skate and pivot this way, which leaves you tied up on the blue line, I'd like to see you have started here. And since that's your partner's guy, this is your guy, and the puck's coming out this side, then I'd like to see you swing, gap up right on him. I'd like you to be right in his face right here to break up this play. Because if you stop him right here, everyone's got coverage. He's covered, your center's way back, so he's good, and your partner has his guy who's blowing the zone. Then you can keep this puck in, and it's a 4-on-4, and you guys don't have to play defense. Because here, he's able to skate all the way up ice. You're way back here, which just gives him free entry into the zone. So here we're going to be looking at a breakout, which you support your partner really well. See, he comes in, make a nice net play. And you can see, I saw you take a peek, so you saw up ice right here. You know you kind of have some time and space. And good to know your partner's supporting you back. But here, see how you keep your puck kind of in front of you, keep your stick in front of you here? I'd like to see you collect this puck. And now I'd like to see you pull it to your forehand over here. Nice backhand pull. Then you can have the puck on your forehand. You can skate up ice, which is number one, best thing you can do on a breakout. Skate the puck, move it, so you create time and space for your teammates, open up some passing lanes. And you still have the option back, which you make the play too. But here, when you keep the puck in front of you over here, one, you can't really see much this way, or even up ice. And two, your only play is back with your forehand going that way. But if you opened up ice, you can go up the wall, you could hit this guy in the middle, and then worst case scenario, say this guy does jump up here, you can always just bump it back to your partner. So make sure you're opening up, giving yourself some more options. So here's a face-off where you're playing offside. So you're ready, you can tell you're ready to come in and shoot the whole time, but your feet are way back on the blue line, basically. You're about as far out of the zone as you can be, which it seems like it gives you time, some space. You have plenty of space, but only if your center can fire it back 20, 50 miles an hour, whatever it is. Here, your center wins it pretty much as cleanly as possible. You're able to take 1-2 steps, which is great. Getting to the middle is what I talked about earlier. Very, very important. The more you can get to the middle, the more it opens up offensively. So you have he's great in the shooting lane. It's going to happen. You didn't get a good hold up from your winger inside. Happens all the time. You have maybe a play back, and really your D partner shouldn't be jumping. I'd say he should be supporting you, seeing how much pressure you have on. So you should have a play there. But if we rewind it, I'd like to see you here. You don't necessarily have to be right in the circle, but I'd like to see you right about here, because you win this puck and you play it. And then here, like I said, 55 does not do a good job, does not get a hold up for you, which he needs to do. That's his job. And you'd be able to take a step in, rip it, hit your partner for a 1T. He can creep down a little bit. Or two, since this guy gets such a clean release, if this winger helps you, you can be here, and you can even skate the puck down the wall this way. But a lot of options, but this extra time that it takes the puck to get there gives your guy a lot of time to close on you as well. So it might seem like you have a lot of time, but it's actually better to collect the puck here so you have more time with the puck on your stick. Here's another drifting clip. This is just a routine regroup. Your partner gets the puck. He's drawing the guy in. You should probably draw the guy in maybe 1 or 2 more steps to give you some more time. But here, you're drifting out way too far, I'd say. Your feet are almost already outside the dot line, which you never really want to be outside, especially on a regroup, because it cuts off all your options. So here I'd say you should be behind your partner a little bit, making an easier pass, just over half ice onto the right side, so that you can still fade out this way once you get the puck and start taking it up ice through the middle. Play this clip a little bit. You already stopped here, and you haven't even gotten the puck yet. You are basically at the boards. So that kind of it limits you. This guy's able to swing and pressure you exactly how he wants to. So if you were here, though, and if your partner drew him in a little bit more, but if you were here, you'd be coming up ice. You can skate. You can go this way, most likely, to your forehand. And maybe this guy has a good angle, and you just go right back to your partner, but then that guy's beat. And that's why it's important to play the 2-on-1 with your partner. But also, say your partner does draw him in more, and you're just hanging out here. You don't have to be flying. You don't have to be moving your feet. You'll still beat the forechecker. So that forechecker gets closer and closer. You're back here. Your partner holds it one more second because he feels he has time, because he knows you're supporting him. Then he passes over, and you can just skate right by that guy, which will give you 4-on-3, maybe a 4-on-4, worst case. But still, you're going up the ice offensively and have a chance to make some plays. So here we're going to talk about your O-zone positioning a little bit. I'll play this clip through just so you can see. There's a scrum in the corner right now, puck's down low. Here's your guy. As you can see, you're gapped up on the wall, your guy's in the middle here, and the puck comes up the wall this way. You back up, he gets the puck, and now there's 20 feet of space between you guys. So what I'd like to see you do, which is great for a lot of reasons, is instead of having your feet here where you're stuck on the wall, where all you can do is either jump straight down, hope to win the puck, and hope your forward's covering you, or back straight up like you did, your winger gets a puck, and you don't have a gap against them. You're completely separated. So I want you to stand here where you're still closer to the wall, so you can beat him to any puck, and you can dive down and have your toes coming back up ice. So even if you jump and just poke it back, then you'll still beat him up ice. Or maybe you can get it and collect the puck and skate back up this way. But also if you're here and the puck comes this way and he gets the puck, you can just gap right up into him and you're good to go. Then say if it goes out the other side, you're here, you're above your guy and you just surf over him, skate forwards with him, and you're good there too. So being here gives you more options and lets you offensively and defensively. Here's another drifting clip. I went up too many more. I'm sure you get the point by now. But your D partner collects the puck. You're over here. And he's making the pass. And I'd like to see you settle your feet right around here. So you're inside the dots. You can even collect the puck and then get a little speed by backpedaling this way and opening up and then coming back up the middle. But here you're already way outside the dots, and you collect the puck. And now your only options are pretty much you're directly cross ice. You're flat more or less with these three guys as one line, and then straight up the wall too. So you get ice, you take ice, which is really good. It opens up the hinge to your partner. But even if you did fade out, I'd like to see you try and get the middle back as soon as possible. So that if you were coming up here, your center could come out here. You have him. Maybe you have your winger far. And like we talked about, you always have your partner. So you make the hinge back to your partner and kind of keep fading up. But you have a winger up here. You have another winger here and a center here. So this winger comes up the wall. This center comes to the middle. But you just kind of keep fading. I'd like to see you get back under once you make this pass to support your partner. He'll come up ice. And I'd like to see you working this way. You can work towards him on your forehand so that you're coming more up ice. If you get the pass here, maybe more flat than that. And then even if he does make this pass, as this center forward's coming in the middle, he bumps it out. And instead of almost colliding here and kind of two people doing one job in the same area, you'd be coming up the ice here. Your forward would drive down. He has plenty of space. This guy's going. And this winger would be able to hit you as a second wave, which is that's what you want as a defenseman. Great shot opportunity. this clip's kind of just about a little bit of situational awareness. So I understand this is Providence, this is a Mayor's Cup. They're a top 5 team in the country. A lot of energy, it's tie game, and you're an offensive player. You love having speed, puck on your stick. You like making plays, joining the rush. But here, kind of a situation, they're changing. You have plenty of time. This guy doesn't really pressure you at all. And your teammates aren't really back in position. So I'd like to see you just kind of settle here for a second. Let them get their feet, let them get their speed so they can all come up together. Maybe he swings lower, and let your third guy, your center, come back into the zone. Maybe it's off a change. But here you throw it up ice. It's a good pass, tape-to-tape pass, but this guy's right on him, this guy's covered, and all the momentum was going that way. Say you stood here for a second, held it, this guy swings past you. I'd like to see you maybe even just come up the ice this way or wait a second, let him swing, then you just fall him out, and you can skate up the ice with the puck, which lets everyone else play off you. He can join the rush, and he'll swing middle maybe. He fills the outside, and you guys can come up together as a 5-man unit. So here, puck gets out, but it's kind of just a mess. Puck's bobbling. And then you join the rush, and it's a bobbling puck. Maybe you poke it free, maybe whack it forward. But it's a really risky play, especially as a defenseman who was the last guy back on this play. So it's good to just think about the risk and reward. Like maybe that puck spurts forward, maybe you get a breakaway. But better to just cut your losses here, especially since you're playing 25, 28, 30 minutes a night. Save your legs as best you can. Hang out here, be in a good defensive position. If this puck does bounce, maybe it comes out to this forward, maybe this guy sneaks through, then you can join once you know you have the puck. But I'd say play it safe in situations like this when it's a bobbling neutral zone puck, especially around your defensive blue line. All right, here, I swear it's the last drifting clip for this game. So here, you gap up, it's a puck along the wall, and your guy's swinging with you. I like to see you always stay a little bit behind him. I want you always think of being his back pocket right here. So you can be a little bit off, but always be kind of a stick's length away when you're definitely in a defensive position. And not in front of him, because he could always cut up this way if he wanted to. And then here is when you start drifting. You keep your speed and just kind of go in loops and loops and loops. And it feels good to keep your speed, and you might think, I keep my speed, I can always catch up to him. Even if he goes, I'll catch up with all the speed I have. But really, like I said, you just want to stay right in his pocket. Settle your feet right here. When you're coming in, just stop right here. So now he stops there, and you're, off his back, above him a little bit, able to take 2 steps and you're right on him if he gets the puck, or if he starts skating, you're above him, easily surf over and catch him. Here, he kind of hangs out in the same spot, and you're drifting, and he gets the puck, the other team gets the puck, and now you're, 5, 6 stick lengths ahead of him, or away from him, and you do a good job surfing up and getting a gap, but make sure you kind of stay on the defensive side of him where you can force him over here instead of letting him open up and get some clear ice out here. So if you were in his back pocket area, kind of on his outside, he wouldn't be able to get outside of you, and he wouldn't get this pass, and you can just force him over here. You stay up on this guy, he would have to stay over this way. Your D partner could stay up on the red line, and he would most likely chip the puck, and you just go collect it, turn and play offense again. So we talked about this earlier, about supporting your partner and hinging. The last time we talked about it, you were kind of fading out wide, then you threw it D to D, then you came up through here in the neutral zone, hoping for a pass. But here, you collect the puck, take your time, make a D to D pass, and I love your route here. I love you come under, tons of space, tons of separation for yourself, and you're gaining a lot of speed. Make it easy for your partner. He knows you're an easy option, and you're coming up with your winger with a lot of speed from your center too. So your partner kind of screws you and changes on you instead of staying on the ice to make the play. But here you have tons of speed. Honestly, you could, if you had to, you could probably beat this guy, but you have a great option here, should be a great option here, and then they can just keep the play going, chip it, or skate it, chip it low to this center coming through. But like I said, this is the route I love watching defensemen take because it gives them time, space, and options. Perfect. And we'll finish it off. We have one last face-off clip, same situation. You guys win it, but your feet are just literally in the definition of the corner of the zone. So even though you get the puck, you can make a D-to-D play, but this guy's already had time to get in your lane. Just exactly like before, I'd like to see you right around here. You can even be back a little bit so that your forehand's on the inside and you can skate into any puck that comes this way. But you get that puck right now. You can take 2 steps to the middle. And this is a perfect situation. 55 helps you out a lot. So if you're here, now it's just a 2-on-1 on this guy. So you can take your steps to the middle. If he fades out, your partner would fade out for a one-timer. If he covers your partner, you have a lane straight to the net for a grade A shot. If he covers you, then you just pass to your partner for a one-timer or another grade A opportunity. So having you right here gives yourself the options because it doesn't give them time to react.